It doesn't matter whether they're affecting his music or the designs on his tattoos. The importance of Michael Bublé's family to him began when, over the years, the voice coach has had heartfelt conversations with his parents, expressing his gratitude for their influence in shaping him into the person he is today. Continue reading to find out everything about the Grammy winner's youth, including the reasons his father wanted him to not follow in his footsteps professionally. Louis, the father, and Amber, the mother, brought Bublé into this world in British Columbia, Canada. The singer is extremely proud of his Italian and Canadian heritage. In 1995, he became an Italian citizen. Bub also has two younger sisters, Crystal and Brandy, whom he gushed about in an affectionate Instagram post, calling them the best friends any lucky guy could ask for. While Bubba's dad was off fishing for commercial salmon, Mom stayed at home to raise him and his sisters. Considering our Italian heritage, it would not be too unexpected that our house was raucous and noisy compared to my friends' houses. An excerpt from Bublé's 2011 book, On Stage, Off Stage, was published in today's issue. In it, Bublé compared his father's job as a commercial salmon fisherman to the dangerous professions depicted in the long-running reality series Deadliest Catch. The jobs involved traveling up and down the coast of British Columbia, among other perils. In an interview with the How Mandel Does Stuff podcast, Bublé noted that fishing was a family business and that it was an unquestionably risky occupation. Not only was Bublé's great-grandfather and uncle were fishermen, but so was Bublé's father. They would spend months at sea. Who came to the United States from Italy to build ships, and Bublé, who spent 6 years working as a fisherman with his dad, told Mandel that he liked being on the water, but his dad wanted him to try something else. Originally, I was going to be a fisherman. My dad would tell me, "Son, I want you to work with your head, not your hands. Don't do what you're told." So I was expected to keep going with the business, as Bubbles put it. When he first began performing in nightclubs as a teenager, he said his parents were overjoyed to see him achieving success. However, he also admitted that the work was too challenging, risky, and unpredictable. Bublé didn't follow in his father's fishing career, but he did write in his book about how he learnt manliness on the family boat. My dad, Louis, instilled in me the value of treating others with respect, and I believe that this has carried over into my life both on and off stage. Bublé revealed that his musical journey began when his father devised a clever method for him to commit their home address to memory. I'll never forget the little tune I composed to sing those 4 numbers and the name of the quiet street where I grew up in Burnaby, British Columbia. He wrote that little song as my first foray into music, and it came to me as naturally as shooting a hockey puck. That woman is everything to me, Bublé says of his mother, and he often mentions the influence his parents have had on his life. In 2022, he informed Parade that she is an incredible source of strength for our entire family and the matriarch of our bubble. He also mentioned that his mother instilled in him a valuable lesson that has served him well in his career as an entertainer. His mother was a nurturing figure who instilled in him a deep respect for elders, grace, and perseverance. He led with humility and empathy, telling people about how important it is to never remove someone else's dignity. Her lessons not only made me a better person, but they also made me a wonderful leader. Performance artist in his 2011 autobiography, Bubblegum, confessed that while he was a difficult child to raise, his mother created a nurturing environment for him by enforcing rules and discipline. He said, "I truly care about the people who come to see me perform. Although she was a wonderful role model for my 2 sisters and me, I was really terrified that this lively, youthful mother, who had a knack for making me feel small, could humiliate me with just one." Bublé, now a married father of 4, sent a playful TikTok message to his mom saying, "I'll always be your baby boy," and asked for her assistance in finding his favorite belt. He added that he thinks youngsters need limits to feel secure. In a heartfelt Father's Day post on Instagram, Bublé captioned a childhood photo of himself with his dad and said, "When I was a kid, I thought my dad was Superman. Now that I'm grown up, I realize I was right. In another Mother's Day Instagram post, Bublé thanked his mom for being his rock and roll model, and he learned how to feather his bangs for a perfectly wispy 80s hairstyle. He credits his upbringing and his parents for molding him into the person he is today. His father warned Michael Bub against this dangerous line of work, so he listened. "You were not meant to be the one, but me." Michael Bublé's name has become almost interchangeable with classic jazz voices, heartfelt love songs, and music that stands the test of time. With a kind, approachable tone, quality that may evoke profound feelings of nostalgia and suspicion, while the Canadian crooner captivates audiences across the globe, it's easy to overlook the reality that his path to celebrity wasn't always without its bumps. From his father, the one person whose judgment counted the most, although Bublé's parents were supportive and worried about the possibilities, they did not have any direct ties to the music business. Bublé was born in Burnaby, British Columbia. Dangers of pursuing music as a profession, especially for his father, who expressed his sentiments. He chose to ignore. Her father should have cautioned him, "Don't go down that road, it's hard and could break your heart. I was meant to be that person. However, I am the one who has really experienced everything." Michael Bublé's father, like many dads who want to shield their children from adversity, found the concept of a music career strange and frightening. He had seen firsthand the bitter reality of attempting to get into the entertainment world. After seeing the devastation that may result from chasing fame, Bublé's father begged him not to put his kid through the ordeal. However, Bublé disregarded his father's advice and pursued a profession that was filled with uncertainty. This is the tale of Michael Bublé, a young man from a working-class family who went against his father's wishes, took a chance, and became one of the most successful vocalists of his generation. Before this, Bublé had been a boy who sang for the love of music. Michael Bublé grew up in the working-class Burnaby area, immersed in the values of pragmatism and hard work thanks to his father Louis, who fished for salmon and put in many hours of physical effort. Although Michael's mother Amber was a dedicated homemaker who concentrated on providing a loving home for Michael and his brothers, she did not consider music as a career path. Singing was more of a pastime than a profession for this family, yet music was an integral part of their life. Although Louis Bublé aspired to be a singer, his father, Les Bublé, had a more realistic outlook on life and didn't want his son to go through the hardships that other artists faced. Michael's love for music was evident from a young age, but his goals were hindered by the necessity to pay for his family. He was cautious to foster Michael's passion for music because he understood the heartbreak that comes with unfulfilled ambitions. He had a natural gift for singing and found inspiration in the timeless music of legends like Tony Bennett, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and Frank Sinatra. At the age of 16, he started playing at local events in club bars, gradually making a reputation for himself in Vancouver's music scene. But despite his admiration for these jazz and pop legends, he never really committed to music. His inherent ability Bublé's career advanced, the friction between the father and son intensified. Les Bublé, who had witnessed the difficulty of breaking into the music industry, was adamant that Michael not give up on his dreams, even though his father's warnings lingered in his mind. Michael faced rejection and the harsh realities of the entertainment industry. Michael needed to seek out a more secure endeavor. In contrast, the younger Bublé disregarded his father's advice and went after his goals anyhow. "Trying to shield me from the devastating impact of rejection was my father's apparent intention at times." In subsequent interviews, Michael expressed his desire to spare me the pain of heartbreak, saying, "I've seen how hard it is, and I just want better for me." However, Michael was unable to give up on his ambition because he believed his voice belonged in the spotlight and he wasn't prepared to.